Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing the all-new 2018 Subaru Crosstrek Limited. I'm going to go over all the key features and some of the specs and components and all the additional options that come with this vehicle. This is going to be a full in-depth review of everything the vehicle has and everything you're looking for. So let's take a look. So let's talk about the interior in the all-new 2018 Subaru Crosstrek Limited. It seems really luxurious inside. It's really comfortable. As soon as you open the door, you're greeted with this amazing leather-wrapped steering wheel here with some really cool orange stitching all around with really beefy 10 and 2 notches and just a really comfortable grip. Sitting in these seats, very comfortable, very plush leather. I could see myself driving on a daily basis on short commutes and really long commutes as well. If you're looking for a road trip, I think this is a perfect vehicle. It's very comfortable. It feels really open in here. The orange stitching carries over throughout the entirety of the vehicle. Looks like there is a theme to this orange stitching all throughout this vehicle, because you have it up here on the dashboard with this really nice soft touch rubber plasticky material that Subaru has been pretty much using the last few years now. And to be honest, it's really nice. It's not, you know, soft touch leather or anything, but it has that look and that feel. Subaru is really starting to come a long way from their cheap interiors and step up to a different class, kind of competing with Honda and Toyota with their game, where they're really stepping it up with their luxury quality interior. You have leather all across the door panel here, as well as leather on the door handle, and again with the orange stitching going across, along with the soft touch leather and leather all around the interior. You do have this really cool carbon fiber trim around the door handle on both the driver passenger side as well as the rear passenger's door. Now it looks like this is the only carbon fiber you get in the interior, so it gives it kind of that sporty feeling that you're looking for in a vehicle like this class. It's not so much a sports car, but it is a in-between crossover, I would say, and an SUV, so you get that sporty feeling while maintaining that comfortable sport utility vehicle type of a ride. So it's not all out crazy like the WRX and STIs, but it's got a nice feel. So for the younger crowd that's interested in vehicles like this, you don't get a boring, dull interior. You got the sportiness, you got kind of that luxury and the soft touch leather everywhere. So it's actually a really nice interior. Let's talk about the instrument cluster. So you'll have your tachometer here on the left and the speedometer here on the right, and in the center you have this nice LCD display here that gives you multiple functions that you can use with these toggle switches down here, and you can just sift through each one. You have your digital speedometer, your miles to empty, and essentially a timer for how long you've been driving this current trip. We have a tire pressure sensor for each individual tire. You can have showing on this screen right here. I actually think it's pretty cool. Obviously you do have your TPMS sensor that will go off if your tire pressure goes too low. Now let's continue talking about this interior. So the transmission lever here actually looks really nice. You got this plasticky material with this gloss black finish on top with leather wrapped around here with the, again, orange stitching. Drive, and you can also put it in to a manual mode here with these paddle shifters here. It is plastic here and not highest quality, I would say, but you do have two options for transmissions in this Crosstrek. So you have your 6-speed manual transmission. This tester I have right here is the CVT automatic transmission. So with the manual transmission, it's estimated in this vehicle you get 23 miles per gallon city, 29 highway, with a combined of 25 miles per gallon. And this CVT system that I have here, you get 27 miles per gallon city, 33 highway, for a combined 29 miles per gallon. So you can see there's a huge difference between the transmissions, between manual and the CVT. As far as the powertrain goes, it's unfortunate that you do only get one motor option or one engine option in this vehicle. All the Subaru Crosstreks come with a 2-liter direct injection, 16-valve, horizontally opposed 4-cylinder motor. And the engine comes with 152 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 145 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. Now, that's not the most tremendous power that a lot of cars get. However, it's plenty to get this car moving. Wish it was like the Forester, where you do get the 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder motor, but you also do get that 2-liter turbocharged twin scroll motor that comes in the WRX, giving you about 252 horsepower. That would be really cool, and at the same time, that motor does get really, really great fuel economy as well. So I know most people aren't looking for a very powerful motor in these cars. However, it would be nice to have the option of bumping it up to a higher, stronger powertrain in this vehicle. Let's talk about something that the Crosstrek has. So this vehicle is a really amazing all-terrain vehicle. You do get here is this X mode or cross mode function here in the vehicle. You essentially push this button right here and you get the dash to light up, and with the big X mode kind of giving you that sporty look. I don't really know why, because it's not necessarily meant to be sporty, but it's essentially meant for any all-terrain purposes here. So if you're going through kind of a canyony, mountainy road with a lot of dirt and rock and whatnot, the all-wheel drive system will basically smarten up and give you the ability, or give the system the ability to say, hey, let's be more aware of our surroundings. So the X mode essentially optimizes the engine's output and the transmission to increase the all-wheel drive system engagement, and uses a special enhanced control of the system to reduce any wheel spin or additional wheel spin that is being occurred out of control, and providing optimal traction on lower friction surfaces. So especially in snowy and icy conditions, the vehicle will be able to understand what surface it's driving over and be able to kind of keep the car more in check. So that being said, the car comes with a four-wheel independent raised suspension, giving you the ability to essentially go over any terrain. The front end has a McPherson strut type stabilizer bar. The rear has a double wishbone with lateral link pillow ball joint bushing stabilizer bar. Car comes standard with four-wheel disc ventilated front brakes, as well as 4-sensor ABS with electronic brake force distribution system. The brake discs are 11.6 inches in the front and 10.8 inches in the rear. This car does come equipped with a temporary spare tire as well. It's nice to know that you do have an actual spare tire in the rear instead of a fix-a-flat kit. You do get power tilt and sliding glass moonroof as well, which is really nice. It's a standard function, standard sized sunroof as well, so nothing crazy over there. You don't have a panoramic sunroof in this vehicle, which is okay, you know, for a vehicle in this class. This car does come with keyless access, keyless entry, and push button start, which is really nice as well. So all you really need to do is have the key with you at all times to enter and lock the vehicle, and also start the vehicle just by pushing the push start button. Now coming to the center here, you have this amazing center dash. So I love this new LCD screen that Subaru is beginning to implement in all their vehicles. Very nice touchscreen. The navigation is crystal clear. I personally love the navigation system Subaru has been incorporating in their vehicles since the, I would say, 2016 model years in a lot of their vehicles. I love the accuracy of it, very user-friendly, very clear as well. I love Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I'm really happy that Subaru's finally starting to add this in their vehicles. Basically what it does is once you plug in your phone, whether it's Apple or an Android phone, it basically mirrors the background of your phone, and it gives you access to your applications like text messaging, calling, Pandora, whatever it is that you have on your phone that you want to use more easier than if you were to go through your phone itself, which I do have to say, if you are driving, please stay off your phone. Coming down here, you do have your climate controls here. It's very easy to use. It will change up on the screen up here whenever you go through your controls. So basically you have automatic climate controls. When coming down below the gear lever here, you do have your heated seats, the driver and the front passenger as well, high and low functions. And right behind that you have your cup holders right here that would basically fit decent normal size cup holders. However, I do have to say it does have a very strange shape here, because you do have that rounded finish on the top and then a flat finish here. And then coming back here in your center armrest, it's really nice, soft, actually really soft padded armrest here. Keep your arm on there, but I actually gotta say it's really soft, really comfortable. It's pretty nice. And then you do have that, again, orange stitching going across the center armrest as well. And then when you lift the armrest, you have a decent sized cubby over here. And there you have 2 USB ports, an auxiliary gauge, and a 12-volt adapter as well. And then you have your typical glove compartment right here that fits essentially any registration or anything like that, any storage that you would like in here as well. As far as room in the vehicle, on room height, plenty of room. I'm about 5'9", 5'10" in height, and I would say I have plenty of space still here. So if you're about 6 feet, maybe a little over 6 feet, I think you'd still be fine. You can adjust the seat here to kind of lower your, to lower the seat itself to give you a bit more headroom. As far as room in the rear, you get plenty of room in the passengers. You have, I would say, anyone about 6 feet, again, will probably be comfortable fit. It might be a little too tight as far as the headroom goes, but you'd still be able to manage on long trips if necessary. So if you have kids, they'll definitely fit in there easily, no problem whatsoever. You'll be able to fit a family of 5 in here, absolutely no problem. So let's see how the car handles on the road, shall we? Ooh, it's a bit sunny, so I'm gonna have to put these sunglasses on. Apologize. So driving around right now, the car does feel very comfortable, very smooth. I am on a very bumpy road and it's handling it very well. Steering feels fairly loose. I mean, this isn't a sports car by any means whatsoever. It feels very light. Visibility is really nice. I can see very well throughout the vehicle. Through the front windshield, I can see very clearly. A-pillar here is really not intrusive at all. It's actually really nice. Right here in front of the side view mirrors, you do get a clear glass instead of it being covered in plastic like some vehicles have. Coming back here, the B-pillar is fairly slim as well. Right now I do have the retail sticker here as well, so don't mind that. However, you do get very good visibility through the rear window as well. And then rear windshield is very wide, very open. I can see very easily through there as well. Yeah, if you can see me shaking a bit, this road that I'm on is incredibly bumpy. Nothing is even whatsoever. It almost feels like I'm going up a mountain road, to be honest with you, that hasn't been paved ever. But it's nothing jarring, it's soaking up the bumps and the cracks really well. As far as sound quality goes, it's quiet enough in here, but it isn't the quietest. You can definitely hear a lot of road noise. I can hear the tires fairly loud, so the insulation isn't the best, but it's not the worst, I would say. You do hear wind noise, you do hear the tire noise. So if you are going to be on the highway at higher speeds for long periods of time, it could be a bit intrusive as far as the sound goes if you don't have the radio on, or if you're not conversing with any other passengers. But again, it's nothing excessive. I'm just being a little nitpicky here. Going around these curves here, car seems to handle very well. It's very planted. Now there is some body roll as expected with a vehicle like this. However, we're not planning on tearing up any tracks with a car like this either. So for your average daily commute, it's perfectly fine. I feel very comfortable in this car. It's a very, very enjoyable feeling. The interior feels fantastic. The interior looks amazing. Very luxurious and sporty at the same time. And it's just a really nice place to be whenever you're driving. I am going to test out the acceleration of this vehicle for those of you that are interested in seeing how it powers. So let's check it out and let's go. Yeah, so this car is not fast by any means. It took quite a while to get up to the speed limit there, to be honest with you, and I'm not joking. I was going just about the speed limit when I released the gas pedal there. But again, this isn't a very fast sports car. It was not meant to be a fast sports car. It's meant to be basically an all-terrain vehicle that's in a car package. You can take this car anywhere, mountains, icy roads, snowy roads. Feel confident that the car is going to be able to get you through there safely, and then get you back home safely as well. It's enough power to get you moving throughout all different roads, all types of roads, but you know, nothing scary. So if you're, you know, an adult, it's a comfortable ride. If you're, you know, a teenager or a kid, it's not excessively powered, so you can feel comfortable that your kids aren't going to go speeding around in this car at all, because there's really not much power in this car at all. You do get a nice reverse backup camera here. It comes standard in all Subaru vehicles now. Very crystal clear, actually. Very nice. It gives you a nice warning as well if you're coming too close to a vehicle. So, overall, my thoughts on the 2018 Subaru Crosstrek Limited. I really like it. The car has tons of features for any of those that are tech savvy, like to have a lot of apps or tech, you know, features in the car to play with or to use. This car definitely has it. You have your eyesight, which is an awesome system. You do have a lot of LCD screens in the car, which I think is very cool. And your center gauge and center cluster here, you can play through any apps that you like, you know, your music, your navigation, crystal clear system as well. And it lets you, you know, monitor, for those are enthusiasts out there that like to, you know what the car is doing at all times. You know, getting to monitor your tire pressure system at all times is fantastic. The system regarding the eyesight, being your distance, keeping your, you know, yourself in your lane is actually a really cool feature. So it's really nice to have that function as well. You know, knowing your fuel economy that, you know, most cars have, you know, but having it displayed, you know, so pretty on these displays, I think is really cool. And then in this vehicle, having the X mode or cross mode function as well, which, you know, if you're an all-terrain, you know, type of person, it's cool having that feature as well. So you get additional tech in the car. You know, all Subarus come equipped with your symmetrical all-wheel drive system, you know, excluding the BRZ, of course, but, you know, getting that extra function out of this drivetrain, it's really cool. Getting to play around with it is really nice. And then having the sunroof as well for those that are interested. Now, what you get in this car that you don't get out of a Honda, Toyota, the all-wheel drive system in this car is hands down by far superior than any other system out there. I would say the only system that's probably better would be Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system, but that's a whole nother class. This price range, getting an amazing, very confident, inspired all-wheel drive system, this is the best, you know. And then you get this incredible luxury in here for a price point that this is in. It's just fantastic. I mean, this fully loaded Limited with a ton of options on there as well. It's right around $31,000. So that's gonna be it for this video review. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more content in the future. I want to give a huge thank you to North End Subaru and Mazda out in Lunenburg, Massachusetts for letting me review this vehicle for you all today. This vehicle is available for sale. I'll put the link in the description below if you're interested. So that's it. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Whatever you do, every time I fall before you, if only I knew